A child needs the love and support of their parent or other caregiver. If the caregiver is abusive, the child could start to link love with abuse. Trauma bonding is a complex psychological phenomenon that occurs when a person becomes emotionally attached to their abuser. It happens when someone experiences intense emotions like fear, anxiety, and despair in a relationship and yet still feels an intense bond with their abuser. This bond can make it very difficult for a person to leave an abusive relationship, even if they know it's not healthy. Trauma bonding can have a devastating impact on relationships. It can cause people to stay in abusive situations even when they know it's unsafe. It can also lead to a cycle of abuse where the victim becomes more and more isolated and dependent on their abuser. This can make it very difficult for someone to seek help or leave the relationship and can cause long-term emotional and psychological damage. The term trauma bonding was coined by psychologist Patrick Carnes in the 1980s. He used it to describe the intense emotional attachment that can form between an abuser and their victim, and how this can create a cycle of abuse that is difficult to break. Welcome to the Love Navigator, where we guide you through the twists and turns of love, relationships, and everything in between. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's close to many of our hearts: healing from trauma bonding in toxic relationships. Toxic relationships can be incredibly damaging, leaving you feeling trapped, helpless, and isolated. When you're in a toxic relationship, it's easy to become addicted to the highs and lows, the drama, and the intensity that keeps you on edge. Trauma bonding is a term used to describe the intense emotional connection that can develop between two people who have been through trauma together. It's a vicious cycle of abuse, apology, and promises that the abuser will change. But they never do. If you're in a toxic relationship and you're struggling to break free, you're not alone. But there is hope. Here are 8 ways to heal from trauma bonding and reclaim your life. Number 1. Recognize the signs of trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a cycle of abuse and apology that can make you feel stuck and powerless in a toxic relationship. It's important to recognize the psychological mechanisms at play so that you can begin to break free. Look out for signs like feeling addicted to the highs and lows of the relationship, feeling like you can't leave, or that your abuser needs you, and constantly making excuses for their behavior. Remember, recognizing the signs is the first step towards healing. Number 2. Seek professional help. Trauma bonding is a serious issue, and it's not something that can be tackled alone. A therapist can help you work through your emotions, gain perspective, and make a plan to break free. A trained professional can also help you identify patterns in your relationships and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, there's no shame in seeking help, it's a sign of strength. Number 3. Focus on self-care. When you're in a toxic relationship, it's easy to neglect your own physical and emotional needs. But taking care of yourself is essential for healing from trauma bonding. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. Whether it's going for a walk, practicing yoga, or taking a long bath, make sure you're giving yourself the love and attention you deserve. Number 4. Build a support network. It's important to have people in your life who love and care for you, especially when you're going through a difficult time. Reach out to friends and family who you trust and who can offer emotional support. Consider joining a support group for people who have been through similar experiences. It can be incredibly empowering to connect with others who understand what you're going through. Number 5. Set boundaries. One of the most important steps in healing from trauma bonding is to set clear boundaries in your relationships. This means being assertive in communicating your needs and expectations. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate in a relationship, and don't compromise on your standards. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Number 6. Practice self-compassion. Trauma bonding can leave you feeling vulnerable, helpless, and even guilty. It's important to practice self-compassion and be gentle with yourself during the healing process. Don't blame yourself for what happened, and remember that you are worthy of love and respect. Practice self-care and self-love, and be patient with yourself as you work through your emotions. Number 7. Let go of guilt and shame. Leaving a toxic relationship can be difficult, and the abuser may try to manipulate you into feeling guilty or ashamed. It's important to remember that you have the right to prioritize your well-being. Let go of any feelings of guilt or shame and focus on taking care of yourself. Remember that you are not responsible for the abuser's behavior, and that leaving the relationship is the first step towards healing. Number 8. Take time to heal. Healing from trauma bonding takes time, patience, and self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, and know that you're not alone. Take the time you need to heal and focus on building a healthy and fulfilling life for yourself. Remember, you deserve to be happy and loved, and with the right support and guidance, you can break free from the cycle of trauma bonding and find the happiness and peace you deserve. It's important to recognize that a trauma bond can never turn into a healthy relationship, no matter how much the person being abused may hope for or try to fix it. Many people mistake the trauma bond for love. But it's important to understand that love doesn't involve being trapped in a cycle of mental or physical abuse. It's important to remember that you deserve to be treated with love, kindness, and respect. You have the right to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being. It can be difficult to let go of a toxic relationship, especially when you've formed a deep emotional attachment to your abuser. But with the right support and guidance, you can break free from the cycle of abuse and start healing. Don't give up hope, and don't give up on yourself. You are stronger than you know, and you deserve to live a life filled with love, happiness, and safety. Thank you for joining us today in today's episode of The Love Navigator. We hope that this video has given you some direction and motivation to take the necessary action to get past trauma bonding in unhealthy relationships. Keep in mind that you deserve to be loved, respected, and happy, and that we are here to help you along the path. Until then, take care and endure.